Hello everyone, welcome to today's lesson. Today we will be going over proportions, specifically body proportions, and how to just make sense of it all. Because there is a lot of questions around that topic, so I feel like that's a good place to start. Body proportions. Cool. So that's the topic. Got a little bit of smudge there, but that's okay. So typically, when you are drawing a person, there's a rule of thumb that says they need to be at least 6 to 8 heads high, depending on your character, the style that you're going for. But let's say you're drawing a person, you want them to at least be 6 to 8 heads the length of their body. So you would be able to take this head here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's just draw the body out here. Notice how I'm using these very basic shapes to break down the figure of the body. If you're curious about the pen that I'm using, this is a 3mm. It's a chisel. I really like it. I think it has a nice feel to it. We'll just draw the feet in right here. We won't get too much into detail right now. We're just breaking down the proportions so that way we can get a good feel for them. So when you go on to learn about anatomy and all of that good stuff, as we will get to as we progress in this course, then you'll have a good understanding. All right. And do like a sword back here. How about that? Cool. So 6 to 8 heads high is what you're looking to get up. So let's see. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is just a good rule of thumb, so that way your characters aren't looking too short or too lanky. It's just a good way to line all this stuff up. Because imagine, let's say the head is one head space, and then we take the legs and we make the legs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 head spaces. There's no room for the torso then. So understanding this, you're able to see just how many head spaces you need to be working with. Like the torso here is 1, 2, about 3 head spaces, right? The legs are 1, 2, 3, 4 head spaces. So this is a great way to help you understand how to line up your body, how to get those proportions looking very good and even. Now, what I have seen is a lot of you guys struggle with your proportions because you're drawing things maybe too small and it's just not lining up. So let's say you're trying to draw an arm, right? And you're drawing this arm and you're realizing that you don't quite know how long the arm is supposed to be. And you're kind of getting lost and it's not translating. What you want to keep in mind is that the hand is always going to be around pocket length. Draw the wrist right there. So when you're drawing your hand, this is going to be like the bottom of your shirt here. And these are your jeans or your pants, whatever your character is wearing. But keep that in mind that your hands are going to be around pocket length, so that way you're not drawing T-Rex arms, right? Because that can really throw off your drawing. Even with the arms here, be mindful of the spacing. See how the arms are about right there at pocket length. That's about, what, 1, 2, 3. 3 and some change, give or take. So keep that in mind. Another thing I want to talk about is not getting lost with the proportions, because let's say you have somebody in motion. Let's just see. Let's say we throw an arm way out here, and we have another arm, and it's out here. Already something seems off. This forearm way too long for the body, and you start to lose your consistency. You start to lose your consistency because you're not following your proportions. You got the leg super long way out here. Maybe the calf is too short. But see how this is just kind of all over the place? The proportions are really, really wacky. But when you're consistent with your proportions, you can start to line things up so much better. And let's draw the chest right here. And instead of having this super long forearm here, how about we take account. We know that the forearm is just about the same length as the bicep, and we can include the deltoid or the shoulder with that as well. So instead of having the forearm way super long like that, we know that the forearm is going to be about the same size as the bicep, give or take. It's not going to be super out there. So we can stop it maybe about right here, and already looks so much better. And even with this forearm here in front, I'm not going to make it super long. There we go. And we'll bring the torso down here. All right, and instead of having that leg, see how that quad is really just, compared to this quad here, super out of proportion. Like super out of proportion. So you want to keep that in mind. See that the quad is about the same length as the calf here, or the shin bone. And some people draw their legs longer, so you would bring the pelvis up some. But in this case, we won't do that. We'll just get a decent length for the quad here, and then we'll bring the foot here. And already it just looks so much better, so much more appealing. So that way things just aren't out of control. So there we go. And already the consistency is so much better. So it's okay if you expand out of realism. Not everything has to be super realistic, especially if you're doing comic work or any kind of cartoonish work. But you do want to be mindful that things are in proportion and things relate to each other in the right way. See, just the difference between this here, having this super long forearm, doesn't really correlate with this bicep here, or the shape that we've used for this bicep. But in proportion to this right here, see how that bicep is right there, and then we got that forearm, it's about the same size. Looks a lot better, looks a whole lot better. And with that, that is our quick lesson on proportions. I hope this helped you guys, and I will see you guys on the next lesson. If you want to learn more, I have a free community where I break this stuff down. Links in the description.